So anyway, I've got a lot to share today and I've got a lot to do. So the first thing is that I'm hosting Thanksgiving next week and I'm kind of feeling the pressure. I've been kind of doing some cleaning, but now with the week left, it's getting down to crunch time and I have a lot to do. And my daughter's 13th birthday is this weekend and she's going to have some girlfriends over for the day. So I need to kind of get my act together so that I can make the day special for her. So what I'm doing today is I am running down to our local, not our little town, but the next town over where they have some shops, and I'm going to go to this little garden center because I want to see if they have helium balloons for her birthday, and I want to look into getting a wreath, and I'm thinking about a wreath that can double as a Thanksgiving wreath, but then once Thanksgiving is over, I want it to turn into a Christmas wreath. So I'm looking at something kind of evergreen that would be perfect for a Christmas wreath, but then I'm going to try to change it a little bit. I'm going to initially maybe put on some Thanksgiving, you know, colors and ornaments. And then once Thanksgiving's over, I can kind of take off those, you know, golden brown Thanksgiving-y elements and put on the more Christmassy elements. So that's my goal for today. So I thought I would do some quick makeup. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you before I do my makeup is I'm starting to set my table for Thanksgiving. And I wanted to show you the runner that I got from Pottery Barn for our table. So I have it right here. I want to show you the pattern. So this is basically my inspiration for my Thanksgiving table. And then I'm going to be building the table around this runner. So here it is. It's 108 inches long, which is just long enough for my table. But I thought it was perfect and has all of the great Thanksgiving-y colors. And it's Thanksgiving-y without it screaming Thanksgiving. You know, I can certainly use this other times of the year also. I think if it had a big turkey on it, it would be a little bit more limiting, but this looks fall-y. This could be winter, this could be New Year's, this could be really any time. And then the back of it is just a pretty taupe, which is great too. And I got this on Pottery Barn, and they had the matching napkins, but I missed out on the napkins. So anyway, that's how I'm going to be building my table around that. So I'm going to do some really quick makeup, and then I'm going to be out the door. So, you know I love my Saint makeup. I use my Saint makeup every day. Sometimes I'll put on a little bit more, sometimes a little less, just depending upon my mood. Also, my other thing is my daughter has a performance tonight at the school. She is performing some sort of doing musical instrument, these new instruments that the school has. They've asked my daughter to perform tonight on one of these instruments for the Board of Education. So after school, we've got to go back over to the school to listen to her perform. So anyway, I'm just taking my contour shade and I'm just going to do a little bit of forehead contour. My nose. So I'm hoping today that I can get balloons with a big 1 and a 3 because, you know, she's turning, you know, teenager years, which is a big thing. So I want to make it special. We did go, if you've seen my recent stories, we did go down to New York City last weekend and we kind of celebrated, did something special then, but now she's having her friends over this weekend. So, okay, so I just put on my contour. I did my cheeks, I did my hairline, I did my nose. I'm not going to bother to do my jaw today just because I have this high funnel neck sweater and I really don't think I need it. So now I'm going to put on my brightening highlight. This one here that I'm using is linen. I'm just going to put a little bit between my eyebrows, a little bit down my nose, going to put a little bit in the insides and outsides of my eyes. Give me a lift. I'm not going to put any makeup right here because I don't want to put a lot of makeup under my eyes where I already have loose skin. So I'm just going to put a teeny amount on the inside and outside corners of my eyes. And then when I blend it, I will take kind of whatever's left on my brush and kind of sweep gently through this area. But I don't want to put a lot of makeup in this area. So then I'm just going to put a little here and a little here. And then I'm going to take this shade, which is Athens, and I'm just going to dot it everywhere where I don't have my contour and don't have my brightening highlight. And then I'm going to put Candlelit and Linen down here where I'm a little lighter. And then a little Athens here around my nose. So this is Saint's setting spray. This is the way that I love to set my makeup. It leaves my skin with such a dewy, hydrated, dewy look. I absolutely love this setting spray. But if you're not a dewy look kind of person, and I know there's a lot of you out there that really prefer the matte look, then you would just simply set your makeup with the Vanilla Dust setting powder, which is also great. I use that to set my, or prime my eyelids for my eyeshadow, but it's just like a really finely milled translucent powder that will give you that kind of velvety matte finish that you love. So, but today I'm gonna use, since I'm a dewy girl, I'm gonna use the setting spray. And sometimes I will spray this on my Perfector sponge and dab it on. Today, I'm going to just spritz my face with it and then blend my makeup over the setting spray. So here we go. And now I'm going to take my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm going to use the small end to just blend my makeup. So I just blend, I kind of stipple. I don't want to drag the makeup because I'm going to get a much prettier finish that way. And I'm just doing one color at a time. So right now I'm blending my contour and I'm just blending my cheeks kind of up and back, being careful not to completely blend it away. I'm going to leave my nose for last. Now I'm going to do my main highlight. I had a little up here. I had some down here. So I'm kind of in that, with Thanksgiving, I'm just cleaning, I'm planning, I'm thinking about the table, I'm thinking about where everything's going to go. I'm getting stuff washed. Yesterday, I vacuumed and wiped down our big hutch, which is where I kind of set out all of the food on Thanksgiving Day. We don't put it all on the table. I probably should try that one year. I'll think about that, but usually I just set it out on the hutch. Kind of gives the table more room because we have 10 of us this year. It's going to be my mom and dad and my sister and her family, my sister and her husband and their 2 boys, and then, my husband and our 2 kids. And lots of times we have my husband's mother who will join us from South Carolina, but she's not able to make it this year. So instead of 11, it's going to be the 10 of us. So now I'm just switching to my detail brush. I'm taking the small end and I'm just gently stippling my brightening highlight. You can see I'm just kind of lightly dabbing it in, pressing it in gently, and then I'm kind of sweeping whatever's left on my brush through that middle area and then taking it right up past my eyebrow to get a nice lift. That brightness really gives me a lift out here. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, just gently stippling this in. And now I'm just going to blend my nose contour. So I'm just going to very gently feather this out. I don't want to completely brush it away. I'm just going to feather that contour down and then gently get the top, and that's good. The one thing that I did not do, which I do love, I do like to do this, is I take my smudge brush, which is what you saw me dot on my makeup to begin with, and I like to connect my contour, dipping into my contour shade with the oval end of the brush, and I just like to connect my nose contour to my eyebrows, and it just kind of completes that illusion of shadow. Good, and then I'll just kind of gently blend that out as well. Now I'm just going to warm up my skin with a little bit of bronzer. I'm using this one I have in my palette today is Tan Lines. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is High Tide. So I'm just taking the big end of my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm just really lightly, you know, this is November, end of November, and I have absolutely no color, no summer color left. What little I did have, hair on my face. And so I'm just using a little bit of bronzer today. I want to warm up my skin because, as you know, we have a tendency to kind of lose warmth in our faces as we get older. So bronzer is a great way to put that warmth back into my skin. But what I love about Saint, I'm still feeling a hair here. What I love about Saint is that when I was using my old liquid foundation, it was a liquid foundation, and then I would have to wait for it to set. And then I was putting powder products over it, like a powder bronzer and a powdered blush. And at the time, I think I was using the Hoola bronzer. I think, is Hoola Benefit? Anyway, it's a beautiful Hoola. For those of you who know Hoola, and I know it is a favorite out there. I know a lot of people love Hoola. They say it's the perfect brown. And it is a good color, but the problem was it was a powder. And I didn't like, first of all, my skin was already getting much more dry, and I was layering powders on top of liquids, and so the powders would settle into my fine lines and wrinkles throughout the day. Anyway, and I just didn't like that it wasn't the same finish as my foundation. So for me, I didn't like using the powders over the liquid, and I really wanted to get away from powders altogether because it was taking away from the dewy look, which is the look I love. And so I was finding it impossible to achieve the dewy look while using powders. So the fact that Saint has a cream bronzer, you know, it's just allows me to have that dewy finish. And since it's all cream, my bronzer is like the same finish and consistency as my cream makeup, so it all blends so beautifully together. And Saint has a number of cream bronzers, and they are all beautiful. They are, I think, if you don't already have Bella bronzer, it is the perfect brown. It's not orange. It's not, you know, it's not fake looking. It's not orangey at all. It's just that perfect golden brown. And this one right here, High Tides, is their newest, one of their newest bronzers. And it's a little different from Bella, but I absolutely love this one too. So Bella and High Tides, both beautiful natural bronzers in cream. So, okay, so that's my bronzer. Now I'm just gonna put on a little bit of blush. And I think today I will use, oh, I know what I wanna use. This is one of the new ones that's part of Saint's holiday releases. This one is called Spellbound, and it is a gloss, and it is really pretty. It's a great holiday Thanksgiving shade. I'm going to just take it out of the palette so I can show you. This is Spellbound. I'm going to swipe it on my wrist so you can see. That is when I do it, you know, dark. And as you can see, it's like a plum brown. But I'm just going to put a little bit on my cheeks, like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of pink in front of it. So I'm going to layer it with Candy, which is another one of my favorites. So I'm just going to put, I have Spellbound in the back and Candy in the front, kind of more in the apples of my cheeks. Okay, good. I may have to put on a little bit more Spellbound. I'm just taking my shape brush and I'm going to just blend this out. I think this is such a pretty combination. And then I may do the same thing on my lips. I'm going to take my my suede lip liner. Okay, so I just shifted a bit because I realized that my the light outside of my window was shifting. So I kind of repositioned. So I'm just putting Candy on my lips. With a little bit of suede lip liner. Just a little bit. Okay, and then that looks very pretty. I like that. And then I'm just going to do my eyes really quickly with, I'm just going to take my contour shade, I think. So I'm going to take my detail brush and I'm going to dip lightly into my contour shade. And I'm just going to give myself a really quick and easy quick and easy eyeshadow look. And I love using contour for eyeshadow. It takes hardly any time at all. It looks really pretty and natural. So I'm just kind of sweeping back and forth in my crease. And then I'm going to sweep a little bit along my lower lash line too. But I think I'll use, it's kind of big for doing that. That's why I love these brushes too. I just kind of, you can use them for whatever. So now I'm taking the my smudge brush, my little oval end that I had done. Remember I connected my contour up here, and I'm just going to dip into my contour shade and sweep it along my lower lash line. And, oh yeah, that looks very pretty. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just checking here. Yes, this one that I have in my palette, this one right here is henna. I've been experimenting with henna. It's not one of the contours that I usually use. I usually go to Shadow or Ash or Astoria. Well, I have been experimenting with henna. It's a little bit lighter, but I really like it. I'm going to show it to you next to, I think this one might be Astoria. Yeah, so I'm going to show you both. So this is henna, and then this is Astoria. Whoops. So anyway, I've been experimenting with henna, and I really like it. So, oh, illuminator. That's my last step. So I'm going to use, you know, I don't even know if this one is still available. I'm going to have to look on Saint's website. But I was looking through my makeup the other day, and I saw this illuminator and I thought, oh my gosh, how come I have not been using this one? So I'm going to have to check if this one is still available. And if it's not, hopefully they bring it back soon. This is confetti. So it's just like a peachy illuminator. And I'm just going to put a little on the top of my cheeks. I'm sorry if it's not available. I'll check and I'll let you know either way. But since I have not used this one recently and it's so pretty, I thought I would show it. Okay, so makeup is done and I am off to the garden center. So I thought you maybe like to join me. I'm taking off my hair clips. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm here at the Country Gardener in Millerton, and let's go take a look. I don't know if they have all their Christmas wreaths out yet. It doesn't really look like they have all of it out yet, but let's go see. I love that. Is that a fish here? Oh yeah. That's the fish. Hey guys. So this looks so Thanksgiving-y over here. See, like this is some stuff I could put on my Thanksgiving wreath. Right, some Indian corn, some gourds, some really pretty golden berries. But I'm not really seeing the Christmas wreaths out yet. I'll have to ask inside when they're getting them. And this beautiful little Christmas display. I love that. Look at this beautiful big fern. And then some red berries. But no Christmassy wreaths yet. I love these cyclamen. They're great for chilly rooms. They're beautiful. So cute. Well, I had a little bit of luck, but I wasn't able to get the balloons, and I wasn't even able to get a wreath either. I did manage to get some taper candles, which I wanted for my table, which I'll show you, and a little partridge for my Thanksgiving wreath. But I'm going to check out another store. So I found these cute little sparkler candles, but no number 1. I just asked to see if they have the 1 to make it the 13. Okay, so no luck getting my wreath and no luck getting the balloons, but I was able to luck out with sparkler candles for 13 and a really sweet birthday card and little chopsticks for, she loves sushi, so I thought I'd put this on the top of her gift. So that's great. And then let me show you what I got at the first place. So I mentioned I got taper candles. I don't know if I'm using these on the table or in by my fireplace. Oh, they're all wrapped up so pretty. But they are 3 olive green colored candles, which I thought would be really pretty in my room, but they're also fall-y, but they can also be Christmassy, so a versatile color. And then I got this little guy to put on my wreath. once I get it. So isn't he cute? Isn't he perfect for Thanksgiving? So they said they're expecting to get in some pheasants. So I gave them my number, and if the pheasants come in, hopefully I'll come back and pick up a pheasant, and I'll be able to put him on my wreath as well. Him or her. So I'm just going to head to the next town over and check out one more place to see if I can get a wreath. Okay, so here I am at the Salisbury Garden Center, and it looks like I'm kind of in the same boat here. I can see everything is set up to get the Christmas trees, and they're just starting to bring out the winter berries and the evergreens, but no wreaths. Those are pretty, but definitely I need something that can go for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Oh, I love him. Some rosemary. And over here, some sweet little greenery. Okay, let's check out inside. Cute. Almost time to start my bulbs. Okay, so they had a lot of great stuff, but their mixed green wreaths come in tomorrow. Okay, so no luck with the wreath. I was going to get some things to decorate it, but I kind of need to see the wreath in front of me so that I can visualize it. So back home. So you wouldn't believe this. I'm on my way home, and what do I spot? A porcupine. You rarely see these. I'm gonna keep my distance. But that is just so cool. Hey, little guy. I'd like to see his face. Just enjoying his day. Not bothered by me at all. Well, there. Hello. Hello. Aren't you too cute? Oh my goodness. Just sniffing the air. You know, just another reason why I love living in the country. Where else would you come across a porcupine on your way home from shopping? Oh, and there he goes. Goodbye, little porcupine. Look at him, he's really got his nose into the ground. Wonder what he's looking for. Okay, so I've got to rush to pick up the kids. I wasn't able to get the balloons, and I wasn't able to get a wreath, but I did find a porcupine. So I guess that concludes my first vlog.